lovely people. I also, oh, there's Renee down there. Well, I got to pull her up to the top. There you go. Invite to speak. All right. So, as I said, you're here with Breakfast with Champions, and we're going to motivate you. So, again, thank you all for coming through. Oh, I don't need to hold the phone like that. I forgot. I have it to my mouth. I got my microphone here. So, again, good morning. I am Stars Tina, and I'm your life and health coach. So, when you come, we're going to give you the motivation. Yes, yes, we love that. After the motivation, family, we're going to educate you. We're going to educate you with the tools, the skills, and the strategies with everything that you need to uplift your mindset, your heart set, your business, your finances, your relationships, everything. And you know what's so great about that? There's so many amazing hosts in this platform. I've been on Clubhouse for about 3 years. I've grown my business so much. I've grown my relationships, and I invite you to do the same thing. So after we motivate you, yes, yes, after we educate you, then we're going to inspire you. And I always say that's where the gravy comes in. That's where the macaroni and cheese and the chocolate okay, I kind of got off track. You know what I mean? The inspiration is what's going to keep you in it. The inspiration is what's going to keep you motivated. And you have to find out what inspires you. I always say you have to find that joy in life, right? Whatever brings you joy, whatever brings you happiness and love, you're going to embrace it. You're going to jump into it. So you have to find out what inspires you. Maybe it's, I'm going to go back to the food again because I didn't eat too much yesterday. Maybe it's traveling. Maybe it's going to Hawaii. Maybe it's getting married for someone. Maybe it's buying a new car, buying a new house. But you have to find out what inspires you and your why with that. So those are the 3 things that we're going to give you here each and every morning on Breakfast with Champions: the motivation, the education, and the inspiration. Welcome, welcome. I don't even know what I'm trying to read on this phone here with this tiny font here, but welcome to the stage, whoever's coming up. So, as I mentioned, I am Tina, also known as Stars Tina. And you're probably like, well, where did she get that name from? Stars. My entire life, as long as I can remember, I loved the saying, reach for the moon, and if you fall, you're amongst the stars. I've always loved that. Why? Because it makes me realize that you can just keep going and going and going. And whenever I do something, I think big times 10. Time to get these bodies moving. I need everyone on stage. And if you're not on stage, make your way up to the stage. You know why? Because everybody has a seat at the table. Yes, that's what's so great about Breakfast with Champions. Everyone has a voice. Everyone has a say, you know. So make your way up to the stage. And on mic, we're going to do a little cheerleading chant here. Do we have any cheerleaders in the building? I think Mary Lynn was a cheerleader. If you weren't a cheerleader, it's okay. It's okay. Pretend. I'm going to say think big. And I want you to repeat after me times 10. Do you think we can handle that? Yes, yes? And if you're in the virtual world out there, I want you to get up and do the same thing. Okay, here we go, guys. Think big. Times 10. Thank you, thank you, thank you for whoever said. I heard it. Let's do that one more time. Think big. Yay! It sounds like you guys are a little afraid, but that's okay. That's okay. It might be your first time. I have been drilling that into my head for years. I don't care whatever it is. I want you to think big times 10. That goes back to my reach for the moon. And if you fall, you're amongst the stars. You know why? Because let's just say you think big times 10, right? And you only get half of that. Lot of mercy. It's still amazing, right? So that's super, super important. I'm giving a special shout out today to my girl, Renee. You guys may know her, Renee Montero. I have many nicknames for her. Sometimes she's my Nicki Minaj. Sometimes she's my sister. She's my whatever. But she is so on point. You've heard me say this before, she's my supporting partner. But she is really stepping up to the plate today, She put our title up at the top to keep me on track. Women's History Month. Did you know that was this month? And for this month, I'm diving in like Michael Phelps. I'm doing the forward stroke. I'm doing the backward stroke. I'm doing that butterfly stroke, butterfly. Women's History Month. All the women in the building, can I get an unmic and get a yeah from all the women, please? Yeah. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Did you know that we are strong? Did you know that we are amazing? Yes, man, you're amazing. You're strong, but we're just a little bit more amazing. Do you know why? Because God took one of your ribs and put it inside of us. I think that's how it goes. Don't quote me, but I think that's true. And anyone on stage, am I preaching that correct? Is that right? Yes, no, maybe so. Anyone? Somebody? Is that correct? Anyone? Is that right? They got me talking to myself.
That's what it says in the Bible.
Okay. Someone said I was right. Yes. All right. So let's move on. Anyway, we run the world. And today we are saluting Oprah Winfrey. Oh my gosh, I actually had a dream about Oprah Winfrey. How ironic that that is our person of the day. So for this month, every day, I am highlighting a wonderful woman for Women's History Month. Now, Oprah Winfrey, everyone knows Oprah, right? You all probably have a famous Oprah story. I forgot who had an Oprah story, and I loved hearing it. But I've never met Oprah yet. You notice I put yet at the end. But she is someone that can just show you that in those tough times, anything is possible. We are so aligned because, as you know, she has traumas and tragedies that she's gone through in her life. But look at what she's done. Has she triumphed? Yes. Has she won? Yes. Which brings to everything that everyone in the world goes through. Everyone goes through some type of trauma or some type of tragedy, which brings me to my point, my book, which can come through every day to support someone. The name of my book, and if you haven't gotten it yet, I want you to hop on Amazon and grab it today. It is called No More Traumedy. And in this book, I share a little bit about my story. And a traumedy is when the energies of a trauma and a tragedy collide. When this occurs, life-changing experiences occur. Everyone goes through this. All right. It could be a divorce. I know some women, they get paralyzed when they get a divorce. Maybe you lose custody of your kids. Maybe you lose a job. It doesn't matter, but we all go through some type of traumedy. And I notice a lot of women and men, they'll eat, they'll stress eat, they'll do alcohol, they'll do drugs or whatever because of the traumedies in their life. So in this book, I give you about 20 different things that I have done over the 8 years of my biggest traumedy to push through the pain. It could be yoga, meditation. I'm not going to give it all away because you can buy that book right there. And this month, I decided to do an 8-week program based off of my book, focused on health and wellness. It is called the 8-week program, and it's Sculpted Opulence. I love that name so much. It just makes me feel super sexy. It makes me just want to work out even more. Sculpted. Think of something sculpted. When I think of sculpted, I think of Michelangelo. Okay, I have no idea what accent that was. I was trying to do French. But Michelangelo. Has anyone here ever been to the Louvre? Write in the chat. Let me know if you have ever been to the Louvre in Paris. And I'm going to share something that's really naive that I said once. I can't even believe I said it. A couple years ago, I went to Paris, and my daughter is a world traveler, and she's always, when we were planning to go, she's like, okay, where do you want to go, Mom? And she's writing all these things, and she said, do you want to go, where do you want to go? And then she's like, the Louvre. I was like, I don't want to go to the Louvre. What do I want to go there for? How stupid. I'm not even saying stupid, naive. I did not know. Family, let me tell you. So I'm that person wherever I go, I'm recording. It was so cute. We were in South Carolina, and I went to sit down at a table, and I was recording myself. I had my phone here, and the person in front of me said, Tina, don't record me. And I was like, I'm recording myself. I'm not recording you, because I'm always recording, and most people know that. Why? Because memories are so important to me. But it kind of gets me on the flip side with that, because we all know, I'm giving another shout out to my girl, Dr. Emerald. I love you, Dr. Emerald. We went to Mary Lynn's event together, and I didn't take any pictures with the two of us together. I didn't take too many pictures at Mary Lynn's event. Do you know why? Because I wanted to be super present. A lot of people say, you're all over the place, you're doing this, just, or I'll record everything. I wanted to be present. So it's got its flip sides with being present, taking pictures and not taking pictures. And I say that to say sculpted, I got off a track. It's okay. It's getting back to it. Sculpted is like a piece of artwork in a museum. Opulence. When I think of the word opulence, I think of excellence. I think of royalty. I think of just wonderfulness. So this 8-week program is based off of my book to push you through that pain, but it's focused on health and wellness. This Saturday, I am doing a free workshop. It's absolutely free to dive into what the program is about, and also one major fitness tip that everyone needs to know to help them push through. I'm not going to tell you what it is. You got to come through Saturday. It's free. Renee's going to put the link at the top and keep it at the top. Again, if you want to watch me on YouTube, hop on. So I'm about to bring my special guest on, and the topic that we're talking about today is inner beauty and outer beauty. And the person that I'm bringing up, I'm telling you, she, in my opinion, is so freaking beautiful. When I see her hair, I think it's the hair for me. I love big hair. I don't have big hair now. I'm pretending. I've got black girl magic hair happening. I colored my hair. I have one of my New Year's targets done. When I did my vision board last year, there was this girl, I saw her with blonde locks. I was like, I want it, I need it, and I've got it. But this girl has the most beautiful hair. I love it. And she has a heart of gold, and she just gives. So I'm celebrating her today on my show of the 7 a.m. Cup of Motivation. By the way, if you didn't know, I'm here Monday through Friday, 7 a.m., doing my own thing that I actually started 2.5 years ago. It's the 7 a.m. Cup of Motivation, because everyone needs a little motivation, right? So as we bring her in, I want you guys to put your hands together, make some noise. Renee, you can pull her up. Mary Lynn up. Woo-de-woo. Hey, girl. Hey. How you doing? You can talk through the clubhouse. I can't hear you.
Okay.
I hear you now. Hi,
And
beautiful.
I just want to make sure I'm not creating an echo. I am.
You are
I'll
just,
mute.
yeah, over there. So I wanted to.
Got it.
Yes.
This is my first time on the StreamYard interwebs and Clubhouse.
And you're doing it great. So the thing I like best about this, it's called working smart, not hard, Marilyn, right? Because every business owner wants to grow their brand, right? They want to grow their business, they want to grow their following. So why not do it something wrong? Both are. They want us to grow, and you have to get more followers, right? You have to get people. You want to share your story. So right now, Marilyn, you are on Facebook, you're on LinkedIn, you're on YouTube and Clubhouse. Tell us, for those my people in my world that do not know you, can you tell them a little bit about you, please?
Sure. Well, my name is Marilyn Wilkin.
I love it. Thank you so very much. So today's topic is inner beauty versus outer beauty. Because a lot of people look at the outside and they think, oh, that person is so nice, that person is so kind, or the opposite, you know? But I love to look at the inner beauty. And today we're going to go over things to help you build your strength from inside. Because I believe all that love and, inner beauty starts from inside. So what we can do tag team if we want. Marilyn, you can follow up with what I say or make up your own, or, and on the stage here, you guys are welcome to chat in. And if anyone's been listening to me for the past few weeks, you notice that Tina is like, again, like I said, Michael Phelps, diving in even deeper to her faith. So the first thing for me that I want to talk about when it comes to finding your inner strength is tapping into your faith, your God, whatever that is for you, because that's going to bring you the purest joy. It might sound corny, it might sound cheesy, but that's what's been working for me these past few weeks, even deeper. I'm sorry, I'm just changing my view a little bit so I can have a little more background here. Boom. And there we go. So, Marilyn, would you like to add on, comment, or pick your own when it comes to how do you find your inner beauty that makes you so strong? She looks so cute, guys.
I know. Well, honestly, for me, it goes back to kinesiology. I mean, the way we carry ourselves, I don't know if you've ever done the muscle test where you hold out your arms, and if you're saying positive words, I know you're on my team, so I think there's an echo. You hold out your arms, and if you're saying positive words, it's hard to push the arms down. But if you're saying negative words, it's, easy to push your arms down. So that is all in the kinesiology and the way we carry our body. And I think inner beauty comes from, posture and strength and grace and kindness and love that versus supporting me, and that trust, I think. And that comes from the things we tell ourselves. There was a day I had that resting, we'll call it mean face, because I was not saying nice things to myself. I did not have trust, faith. I was full of anxiety. And it showed. I would go out with my friends, and they would talk to everyone but me. And I think there's a little background. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
We'll get through this.
Are you muted on the StreamYard?
I am.
Okay. Keep going.
So anyway, we'll just I hope that stopped. So anyway, so just like they would not talk to me, but that's because I was carrying negativity, I feel like, in my heart. And once I started doing the inner work, I just started, attracting people into my life that were more like-minded. I'm going to mute now and see if we can fix it.
I totally agree with you. And that is great when you talk about inner beauty and what you're thinking about yourself, because sometimes people think that other people can't see or feel what you're thinking. At least for me, let me tell you, everything is written all over my face. Uh, if I'm mad, if I'm angry, if I'm sad, it like shows. And then one time I was walking into a storage unit and I'm thinking I'm looking fine. And this guy's like, who upset you? And I was like, oh, what? And what happened was I'd almost got into a car accident. So my face was like scared, mad, angry, all those things. And I didn't even realize it. So it just goes to show that, right? So important. So inner strength is what's going to build your outer strength. And some things you can do, like I said, is faith, if you're reading the Bible, if you're looking at motivational quotes and things like that. So the second tip that I want to give you today, when it comes to that inner strength, and I say this, your vibe is your tribe. Join Breakfast with Champions. If you need help building that inner strength, and if you're watching me here live, there's an app on your phone and it's called Clubhouse. It's an amazing app. They don't see your face. You see my face here, yes, but your vibe is your tribe. And when you're tapping into the people around you, they're going to keep you strong. They're going to keep you positive. In Breakfast with Champions, we have over 50 hosts that come throughout the day to share their wisdom, to share their knowledge. We have experts in different fields that's going to help you build up your confidence, right? Because confidence is the main thing you need to push through anything in life. So I definitely want to invite you to do that. And let's just say you don't really have a tribe. You have to start from within, because like Mary Lynn just said, no one's going to want to be around someone who has a horrible vibration energy. All right. In this Women's History Month, we are saluting today Mary Lynn. Mary Lynn, can you give us some ways of how you build your tribe, which is now, and how, talk about your Breakfast with Champions tribe that you now have? We would love to hear that.
Yeah, I just think that like-hearted people, we may not have some of the same politics or belief systems or even, family makeup, color of skin, gender, age, like all different, but it's like we've heard it said before, like-hearted. When I started diving into personal, I found people who want to work on personal development. We just had a community room last night in Breakfast with Champions. There's so many different types of communities. We had somebody join Meetup, join a pickleball group because they knew they need to get out more. We were talking about somebody who was finding community through, I actually was talking about my apartment building here, finding two girls in the apartment where we can tap into each other. Can I borrow a hammer? Do you know how to, fix the hot water? Things like that. So just finding people who, as you're out in the world, being open-hearted, like-hearted people, and just kind of a thing that I was going to add to both the inner beauty and finding tribe is, remember, Glenn was talking about the one time where just approach people and say, I love you in your heart as you're walking up to people, and watch your face change and people being open and receptive to you and finding that tribe. So your vibration definitely matters. Energy is like everything. And my son tried it. He had a rough day making car sales. My son tried it. He walked up in his heart. He was like, okay, people, I love you. And the next thing you know, he sold a car. So just try that. Walking into a room where maybe you don't know people and you want to connect, just having the love in your heart and being open to relationships.
I love that. Something you're saying for some reason is leading me towards the youth. Perhaps because I'm doing a program for youth these days.
You're muted on Clubhouse.
Thank you, Mama, because I'm talking a lot over here, right? I said, for some reason, your conversation is tapping me into the youth, and perhaps it's because I'm doing a No More Traumedy for Kids program, and I want us to tap into when we were kids and what we went through and how we can support other children, because I'm sure there's probably some younger people watching now. Can you recall something that you did when you were younger to help build your inner strength? Because I don't know about you guys, inner beauty, inner strength, same difference. When I was younger, I wasn't that kid. I was like that kid that didn't quite fit in. When I hung out with the white girls, I was just like weird. And then when I hung with the black girls, you sounded like you were white. And then my hair was too big and I was too tall. And, it was just an awkward age for me. And I found for me, Marilyn, what helped me is I found a good best friend, and I still know her today. And, and her name is Kim, and we're still, it really helps. So if you don't have that confidence yourself, borrow it from someone. That's what the tip I want to give to someone right now who feels they don't have that confidence. Even as an adult, if you don't feel that you know something, borrow someone else's. Can you tap into that? What are your thoughts on that, Marilyn?
Well, my experience was not much different than yours. I had not much support at home in that area of building confidence, and I had, really bad skin. I actually have a skin condition, and people call me horrible names, and so I had a real tough time. But like you, I did find those few best friends, and I think, for so long I wanted to fit in, and I was kind of always on the outskirts of this group or that group or this group or that group. But when I really tapped into my one friend, Barbara, who we've been friends for about 35 years, 35 years ago, maybe 40 now, but just kind of always hyping me up, kind of, saying, no, you don't realize, I don't know, I think it goes back to just, even in those moments, is borrow the confidence from somebody else. I love that because I struggled. So for the youth, I would just, if I had to say what I wish I had done differently, is not try and fit in everywhere. Just find where you are celebrated and not tolerated.
Ooh, that is a beautiful one. I like that. If you're just coming through, guys, I am Stars Tina, and I'm here on Breakfast with Champions interviewing the beautiful Marilyn. We are talking about inner beauty, inner strength, how that can be put on the outside. And we just talked about your vibration, your vibe is your tribe. And as we move to number 2, we want you to be celebrated and not tolerated. All right? Because sometimes people will keep you around just to be there, right? Nobody wants to do that. So Renee's going to bring tip number 2 up here. I'm not saying I forgot what it was, Marilyn. I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying I love when Renee puts it across the top of the screen right there. And for those of you that don't know me, I'm a life and health coach. I do group coaching, also one-on-one personal training. And if you're looking for that person to guide you and to push you through that, I'm here to help you with that. I see the red bar here on Clubhouse. So I'm hoping everyone can still hear me and still see me here. If not, I do apologize. Okay. Here we go. Tip number 2. When it comes to building your inner strength, I want you to tap into your, I think we did that earlier, Renee. That was the prayer of the health. We did that for the first one. I'm going to say inner, your health and wellness, your eating. All right. Because what you eat, what you put in and on your body, that is going to tell a lot about you. If you look around the world, most people in America, and I'm going to say America, they don't really eat too healthy. I'm not even going to say it's not their fault. It's what we've been conditioned to do, right? What we see. When you're eating healthy foods, when you're eating clean foods, you feel better, you breathe better, you look better. When you look good, you feel good, right? So when it comes to building in your inner strength, I want you to look at the foods that you're eating. Are they whole foods? Are they processed foods? I got a new client and I was having a conversation with him. I'm so excited. This is my first male client in 3 years. When I was doing in person, it was COVID. No, oh my gosh, 4 years, because COVID was 2020. Woo, long time ago. When I was in person, I love training men because for some reason, men don't complain. Women, oh, Lord of mercy, they complain, they come up with excuses. But anyway, I'm asking this man to tell me his regular diet. And he's telling me he has pork about 3 or 4 times a week. He has red meat every day. And I'm just like, in my mind, I'm like, oh my goodness. He thought that pork, some people might think pork is good for you. He thought, well, it's the white meat. It's good for you, right? I'm like, no. Did you know that pigs don't sweat? If anyone's eating pork here and I'm offending you, I apologize. But pigs don't sweat. Which means when you're eating that oink, oink, that bacon, that pork chops, you're eating everything they've eaten, their poop, their everything. So no pork. That's what I say. But anyway, you want to eat clean to help your inner beauty, because when you're good on the inside, you're going to be beautiful on the outside, and your skin. I haven't done anything except a red lip this morning. It really helps to keep your skin glowing, drinking plenty of water. Tip for today when it comes to the water is however much you weigh, drink half of that in ounces for your water. So if you weigh 200 pounds, you want to drink 100 ounces of water a day minimum. you want to gradually go up to it if you can't do that. But those are my tips. Mary Lynn, do you agree, disagree, or do you want to add on? Up to you for inner beauty. It looks like she's frozen. I'm not sure if she's there. I don't hear anything on this end. Renee, is she froze? I see her blinking. Mary Lynn, do you hear me?
Oh, processed foods for one.
Was that a blonde moment? Because you were looking like...
Can you guys hear me?
Yes, I hear you. Yes, yes. Yes, we hear you. We hear you, Mary Lynn. She said processed foods.
We can hear you. Can you hear me now?
Yes, we could hear you all the time.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, we hear you all the time.
Okay, I'm popping it out. Facebook, not Facebook. It's being cookie. Yeah, no, when I think everybody can hear me. Right, I'm saying processed foods. When I eat right now, I can tell I have a little puffy under my eye. I must have eaten something with too much sodium. I didn't have processed food, but whatever it was, I can always tell. And that means I also didn't drink enough water. And I can see it in my face paint. Just that one day of getting off track somehow, I can see it. But I have been eating cleaner, and my skin has been looking better. And the products I've been using, thank you, Christina, and the smoothie from Dr. Tangi and some of the clean eating. And I've noticed a difference really just even and sleep, water and sleep, and no sodium. For you too.
Yes. Well, we're near the bottom of the hour. So, Mary Lynn, I want to thank you so much for coming through. I'm hoping you guys can hear me. I'm so grateful that you decided to come on the 7 a.m. Cup of Motivation and share with us how you keep your inner beauty so you can have your outer beauty. Can you hear me? Yes, yes? No, no? Hope so. Okay, she said yes, yes. So my normal day is Fridays at 7 a.m. Fridays at 7 a.m. I'm grateful to be here. I'm throwing the mic over to, I don't know who. I'm throwing it up in the air and somebody catch it. Thank you, Mary Lynn. Bye.